All right, so now we're back with the next part of this. We covered myth one on yesterday, so now we're going to go ahead and look at myth two and talk specifically about that. Again, we're covering 5 different myths here that are related to getting into cybersecurity that you're going to run into on your road or on your path to going into cybersecurity. Doesn't matter too much how you get there. You're probably going to run into some of these things. So we're going to focus on myth 2. Let's talk about it. Let's dive into it. And that myth is there are no entry-level cybersecurity jobs. They all want experience. And it might seem like that on the surface. And I know that's frustrating because, I've heard from hundreds of you before that that's your challenge as you go out, you do all of this prep work, you get these certs and you start trying to apply for jobs. And you find out that the jobs, or at least it appears on the surface, that they all want experience. Well, let's talk about what entry level actually means and how that breaks down, because entry level IT and entry level cybersecurity don't necessarily mean the same thing. So let's take a look at cybersecurity first. So entry-level cybersecurity may or may not require some previous IT experience. It may not always be obvious in the job description that IT experience is required. In other words, they don't say that they expect you to have this background, but when you get into that interview, when you submit that resume, you never get a call back. It's because they're looking for you to have at least a baseline of IT experience, and it's entry-level to cybersecurity. So that's a key point there. Entry-level cybersecurity does not equal entry-level IT, right? So when you see these jobs that say entry level, they may not be speaking from a perspective of entry level in this IT in general. They're probably speaking from the perspective of entry level in the IT. In other words, you have a technical background, just not a technical background in cybersecurity. So you're entering cybersecurity, so it's entry level cybersecurity, but you probably already have a solid background in IT. All right. So that's where the hang up and the confusion comes in. Remember, entry level cybersecurity and entry level IT don't necessarily mean the same thing. Most entry level IT jobs that you see out there, or not most, but a lot of them, expect you to have some IT background. Okay. And you can tell this because they'll a lot of times ask for, certifications that are related to that. Now, true entry-level jobs may be things such as entry-level SOC analyst positions or anything that says junior analyst. Like these are common entry-level cybersecurity jobs, and some of them won't expect you to have IT experience because, to be honest with you, a lot of times when you're doing some SOC analyst work or some analyst work, you're really not doing as much with that IT background. And as we've migrated more and more to cloud services, a lot of it has turned into, having some understanding of that versus having a strong background in IT, right? So let's move on and look at, entry level IT. Now, this usually assumes you have no IT or technical experience. And what's happening is some of you that are looking to get into cybersecurity, you're coming to the table where you're more equipped actually to be an entry-level IT person. All right. So, and that's okay. You just have to understand that just because, entry-level IT basically means that you have no IT background or no technical experience. And sometimes these roles are the most solid routes in the cybersecurity. In other words, you can get this role get a role in this industry because it puts you right at cybersecurity, puts you a lot closer to it. And you're going to be interacting with people that are in the cybersecurity if you first get into an IT role. And there's still some demand in IT. There's quite a bit of demand. As you learn IT, pad it with security skills, which is likely to lead to you having a faster transition to cybersecurity. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this. All I'm saying is it's important for you to understand this. Understand that there's a difference between entry-level IT and entry-level cybersecurity. So when you say there's no entry-level jobs out there in cybersecurity, there are some. You just have to dig really hard to find them. And as a matter of fact, one of the things I want to do here quickly is kind of show you an example on a search site. So what we have here is I've actually just pulled up Monster and Career Builder. Like these are two of the common, IT or job search places out there. And one of the ones I got highlighted here, it says Entry-level cyber threat responder. Okay. Now let's look at the actual role and description. It says your role, you'll be working in a SOC. You'll be responsible for cyber threat responding. So you'll be responding to threats in the SOC. You will be able to work both independently and part of a larger team. So it sounds like there's going to definitely be some opportunity there for growth. But see, here's the thing. It says have a strong understanding of TTPs, tools, techniques, and, processes, the way that these attackers operate and things like that. And then, if you go on down and look at the bottom here, look at what it says for preferred experience. Experience in reversing malware, both statically and dynamically. All right. Does that sound entry level? Let me just tell you, reverse engineering is not entry level if you have experience doing that. So what I'm saying here, this is a good example of where it says entry level cyber threat responder, but they're not saying, it's entry level for IT as well. So a lot of you that are coming, see, here's the thing you got to understand. When we say entry level cybersecurity, there's one category of entry level that's specifically for people trying to transition from general IT to cybersecurity. But then the other side of entry level is for people that are new to IT and technology in general, right? So that's two different entry levels there. And you just need to make sure you understand that. Now, also, if we go over and look on Career Builder here, I did a search, and here you can see a junior analyst, like it's junior security analyst. If you look at this job description, look at what it says: working side by side with architects, engineers, and project managers to ensure security and compliance, Security Plus certification, or the ability to attain one within 3 months or higher, eagerness to learn and grow into security-focused world. So these are some key things here that tells you that this is truly a entry-level cybersecurity position, because think about it. They're not even saying you need IT skills already. They're saying, look at, you're going to be working side by side with all these people. We want you to have at least Security Plus, and I mentioned that's kind of an entry-level certification, or the ability to attain one within 3 months. So you don't even have to have it, but just have the ability to learn and practice and get it. Eagerness to learn new skills and grow into a security-focused role. So this would be kind of like an ideal job here for someone that's probably new to IT and cybersecurity, right? You're coming in kind of green on both sides of it. So this might be more of the type of job that you'd be looking for and have a higher chance of landing. So that's the kind of thing you want to focus on. So with that being said, that's how you want to break that down, and you want to think about that. So keep that in mind. Keep all these things in mind as you're looking. That is a myth. There's no entry level, but I just kind of showed you where there are entry level jobs, and you just have to really know exactly what it is you're looking for. And that's what's going to make the difference. Now, don't forget that you also want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you can see the subscribe there. If not, you can see it in the comment section or in the description down below the video. And also go ahead, if one of the things that's going to help you get these skills and have the ability to come to the table with some technical skills that you can display in that technical interview is having an environment to practice in and having kind of a path and a skill set that you can actually walk down. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And definitely, if you're interested, look at the InfoSec skills project that I'm a big part of. You can go there, use the code that you see posted here, the Evans 50 code, and get 50% discount if you decide to sign up for that. But there's also a video in this channel, in this playlist actually, or above this playlist, that walks you through all of that. So definitely go back and take a look at that if you get a chance as well. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again in another video.